Hello and welcome, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Misty. This is my channel, Misty at Skeeter Jones, and I am a maker. I make pottery, ceramics, and I also upcycle jewelry. I repair it, or I just take parts and put them together into Franken jewelry and redesign it, or just upcycle it in different ways. And that's mostly what I do here on YouTube. I like to show unboxings. Once in a while, I'll do a thread-up unboxing or a thrift haul, but that's generally what I do, is mostly jewelry. And so I had the video ready for today, Tuesday, the 28th, and I had it ready except for the final editing. I opened it up over the weekend to try to finish the editing so I could get it uploaded and ready for you. But when I went to open the file, I saw that I had accidentally deleted and had already emptied the trash bin for this video. So I'm having to re-video it all over again. And I'm doing this, as of the time you're going to see this, it'll be yesterday to you. I'm filming this on Monday. The first time around, I did all of the precious metal testing. I did the gemstone testing with the Smart Pro Gemi. And so I know what everything is already as of the time I'm showing it to you now. I'm not going to go back through all of the testing just so I can conserve my testing acids, and so the video won't be quite as long with the gem testing. But if you're interested in a piece that I'm telling you is a gem or is a precious metal, then contact me about it. If you want to see testing, I'll test that item for you and send you pictures of it. So we'll just handle it that way if you even want the testing. So yeah, this is a box that I got. It's my second box actually from GiGi's Gems. And I think in the post where I put out on Sunday that when I first realized I accidentally deleted all of this footage, I put out a post, and I think I said in that post that there were going to be several upcycled pieces in today's haul, and there won't be. I was confused at that time, and I was totally forgetting that it was this GiGi's Gems lot that is what I had actually deleted. So there are no upcycles in today's, but I will do a few bonus videos throughout the rest of the week that'll have some of my upcycles in that if you're interested in seeing those. So just subscribe to the channel if you're not already, so you'll get notified when those drop. So today I'm going to show you something that I'm hopefully not going to accidentally delete again, and it's my second box from GiGi's Gems. We're going to go camera down right now. Everything is already priced and numbered thanks to the first time around when I filmed it. So this video will be a little bit shorter than average just for that reason. I'm not having to look up pricing, I'm not doing the testing, and I'm not numbering them as I go. So we're going to go camera down right now, and anything you're interested in, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. And remember that anything that you order all the way up through October 29th on Wednesday, that'll be the last day to order and complete your transactions and have your items included in your October package. So if you're doing the monthly shipping, you want to take advantage of that to save a little bit on shipping costs. Just make sure you complete your transaction by the 29th, because Thursday and Friday, the 30th and 31st, that's when I'm packing things, and I won't be able to go back and finish transactions and put those items in. And that includes actually items from videos previously in the month, like all throughout the month of October. If you want to go back and look at any earlier videos and you're interested in anything from those, you can still contact me about those. And as long as those transactions are completed by the end of the day on the 29th, they can be included in your October package. So that's a lot of words, but bottom line to it, anything you're interested in, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we'll work it out there. And now let's go camera down and see what GiGi's Gems sent me this time. Before we get into GiGi's Gems, here's something that I ordered from Steph at the Steph Style. I'll put a link to her channel in the description of this video. The name of her channel will be right here somewhere. But this is something I ordered from her a while back and have not been able to open it yet. So I'm going to open it right now before we get into my GiGi's Gems lot. I think I know what this is. It's something that she had put on her channel. I might need to change the blade on my box cutter. Yeah, there we go. She had it on her channel in one of her videos, and I really liked it. If this is that. So let's see. She does a great job packaging. Lots of bubble wrap. And oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure, judging from this card, I think it is what I'm remembering. Okay. It's a thank you card. Let's take that off camera for just a minute. Okay, I think she won't mind me reading this on camera. It's thank you with this pretty little bee art. Misty, thank you so much for your purchase. I included a few extras for you. Thank you, Steph. Steph is one of my friends here on YouTube, and I'm so happy to have made her acquaintance here. There's so many lovely, lovely people in this community, and I'm very privileged to know them and to have gotten to meet all of the ones that I am associated with. These are so pretty. I think I have some similar to this. It's like a silver tone druzy with on gold tone backs. These are posts, and they are sugar fix. That's cool. This is not what I ordered. This is one of the extras. Thank you so much, Steph. Those are so cute, and they're minimal looking. That's usually my daily go-to. Is something kind of minimal, but even when I'm going minimal, I like a little bit of shine and a little bit of sparkle. That's pretty. These might be garnets or carnelian, I think. Is there a brand on there? I don't see a brand, but that's beautiful. I love red stones. One of my favorite stones actually is garnet, and these look very garnet-like. So I may test those at the end of the video just to see. But I love those. I'm probably going to put those on later today. Thank you so much, Steph. I love those. I love both of those. Those are going to be in my regular rotation. This is probably what I ordered, and if it's an insect, it is what I ordered, or what I'm remembering anyway. It is. Look at this. She had this in one of her videos, and I just thought it was so cute. It's this little blinky bee. So sparkly and pretty on silver tone. And this chain feels, it's silver tone, but it feels sort of stretchy. Oh, no, it's not stretchy. Oh no, it's not unbranded. What does that say? Oh, 925. 925 Mexico. But so cute. I love that. That's very clearly crystals. I wonder if it's Swarovski crystals. I don't know. Very, very sparkly. Very well made. And so pretty. Thank you very much, Steph. I love the little sparkly bee. And actually, he looks great with these little druzy earrings. Perfect, perfect. Please go check out Steph's channel if you haven't already. She does lots of jewelry. She does designer unboxings from ThredUp, and well, she does all kinds of unboxings from ThredUp and thrift hauls and things like that. And she's always fun. Her channel is always fun to watch. So make sure you go check out Steph. So here we go. As I said, all of these items. Now, GiGi's Gems, she always, when I get a box from her, everything, mostly everything, there are a few exceptions here and there, but nearly everything is already labeled and a little bit of research done on it, which I really appreciate. But this is a vintage lucite bracelet. It is heavy. It's very bright, very glossy. And that's one thing about lucite, even when it's vintage, it's hard enough that it doesn't scratch terribly easily. So it can be vintage, but still looks so glossy and nice. And lucite is going to be so clear like this. Other plastics and acrylics can yellow and turn sort of cloudy over time, but lucite usually stays crystal clear. You can see all of the layers here. There's this white layer and the clear layer, and then inside there, those little raised bumps, those are the sort of settings, if you will, for these little gold tone dots or rivets of some kind. But it's really nice, and it is vintage. I looked it up. These are going on eBay for around $25 or so, I think. So this one is it's number 1, and it is $12. The prices I give you here will be, for the most part, about half of what I'm going to list them for on eBay if they don't sell on video here. And so there we go, starting off with number 1. Oh, I need to give you a size. Okay. It is a size about 9. And this is about how it looks on. I got this bracelet actually from GiGi's Gems. Coincidental that I wore it today. I put it on because it matches my clothes. I wasn't even thinking about that I'm doing this refilming of my video from GiGi's Gems. But in my first box from her, she included this, and I decided to keep that one. So there we go. Now this is number 1, vintage lucite bracelet for $12. Number 2, this has a 925 closure, and these are art glass beads. The closure and both sides of the closure are sterling. The butterfly and the little toggle bar right there, and the beads have sort of these zebra stripes on them, and there are these spacers, and then you have the black faceted beads here, and these little painted larger beads with bead caps on those, and I tested those bead caps and they're also sterling. And then some more of the zebra striped ones coming down to this heart right in the front. Now the dragonflies here are not sterling, and since this heart is sideways, I would think if it were I don't know, more commercially made or some brand, that the heart would be oriented, you know, this way. But since it's sideways like this, I think this is probably an artisan, like one of a kind. But it's so, so cute. I think there's a mark. Yeah, there's the mark right here on this one. 925 right there. And that little, oh gosh, cartouche. I was about to say cabochon, but that's obviously not cabochon. So remember, anything that I'm telling you is 925 or is marked 925 if you're interested in it. And if you need the proof and you would like to see pictures of testing, just let me know, and then I will test that and send you pictures of the testing. And that goes for any item here that I tell you is sterling or gemstone. So let's give you a drop measurement on this one. There's not an extender on it. It just has that toggle closure. It's about 10.5-inch drop. And let me give you a closer look at that toggle closure. It's this pretty little butterfly. And again, the butterfly and the toggle bar are both sterling. And I think these 2 bead caps on these larger beads are 2, 4, 6, 8 caps on these larger beads, I think is also sterling. So this one is $10. It's number 2, and I'm going to be listing this one for $20. And that's generally the case. Like I said just a moment ago, all the prices I give you here are about half of what I list these for on eBay if they don't sell by video. So the name of my eBay store is just plain Skeeter Jones, and so things that don't sell here, I will list there. This is interesting. Okay, this is unmarked. It's number 3 for $10, but there's something to this one. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my scale. Okay, the reason I wanted to get my scale, I'll have to turn it around maybe so you can see the, I think it's going to be upside down or something. Maybe you can see that sideways. But this is really heavy. Okay, I had to reset that to grams. So this is 202 grams, which is right around 7 ounces. Jewelry is usually measured in terms of grams, so that's why I switched it over, but that's right around 7 ounces. This is heavy. There are these nice glass black faux pearls, rhinestone rondelles or crystal rondelles. They're very reflective and very sparkly, so I'd lean more toward thinking those are probably crystal. Nice gold tone caps on the ends of these crystal beads. And these are definitely crystal. You can just tell by just the fire they have. Just look at that. And with it being so heavy, this being crystal would account for some of that. And then the chain, this rope style chain, is textured with this wheat pattern. This feels very luscious and plushy. It's an 18.5-inch drop. The beads on it are all these black glass faux pearls, these little silver tone and probably crystal rondelles, these faceted clear crystal beads, and these little faux pearls. And they're nice. I think these might be glass. I'm more inclined to think, let's see. Actually, I think these probably are glass. They don't feel super cold, so I was about to say that they might be acrylic, but yeah, that's glass. But this is so beautiful and so heavy and luxurious feeling. If you like weight and you like that very plush, luxurious feel, you'll enjoy wearing this one. This one is $10 and it is number 3. Okay. Number 4 is Coldwater Creek. This is some gemstones. Most of the gemstones, I tested in the first go around. I tested everything in the first go around, and most of the gemstones came up in the quartz, citrine, iolite. A few came up in the jadeite spinel, but mostly everything was sort of in that quartz range. But there are some very pretty gemstones throughout this this collection I'm bringing to you. These are some silver tone, little puffy beads with embossed designs in them. And this one is Coldwater Creek. Right there is your hang tag. And it's just alternating with these beautifully embossed puffy beads. And then you have the stones in between and all these beautiful shades of fall colors. these shades of green, this creamy color, these golden and tan and brown colors, and a light green, a little bit of light blue. Very pretty. Throughout this collection, there are a lot of nice fall colors. The lady's name is Jeanette, who puts together these boxes, and the name of her business or store is GiGi's Gems. And I am always so happy with the things that I get from her. So this Coldwater Creek necklace, oh, I did not give you a measurement on it. Okay, this one has a little bit more than an 8-inch drop, and then you have a 2-inch extender. And this has a nice weight to it also. It's not as heavy, even with all these rocks on it, it's not as heavy as that last one with all the crystals and the gold tone on it. But this is a nice heavy one nonetheless. It's number 4, and it is $8. Number 5, this is a Sigrid Olsen. That's a name that I don't see tremendously often. I see it from time to time. This one is $6, and it's a layered necklace with a toggle closure. It's a light gold tone. Right here is your branding on it. And like I said, it's a light gold tone, and it has station beads on one of the strands. Let's get that separated. Here we go. Here are the different strands. Oh, 2 of the strands have stations. So you have 2 strands like that, and then 2 of this style. And it's a light gold tone, like a gold tone wash, and it's layered. You have 4 layers. The 2 shortest layers are 9-inch drop and 10-inch drop. And then the 2 longer layers are the same. All the way down to here is 11-inch drop. This pendant is 2 inches across, and this is mother of pearl. It's a nice, thick, hefty slice of mother of pearl that's carved out with this pretty swirl pattern. You'll see all the depth of reflection in the surface. It's nice and cold, and it's very pretty. I mean, if there can be such a thing, this is what I would call an understated statement piece. So it's there to be seen, but it doesn't make as much of a statement as a piece that's more colorful or heavier. And it is number 5 for $6. This would be like if you want to wear something that makes a little bit more of a statement, but you have to be conservative. Like if you work in a conservative workplace, maybe. This might be just the thing to wear with your skirt suit. And it is number 5 for $6. Number 7. This is a vintage fur clip, but it is not just any vintage fur clip. This is unmarked Miriam Haskell, and it is beautiful. This is going to be listed on eBay. If it doesn't sell here, I will be listing this for $60 on eBay. This is a fur clip with these nice golden champagne colored faux pearls arranged like a cluster of grapes with this bronze or brass toned leaf pattern at the top. It's 2 inches long by just under 2 inches across at its widest point. Here is the clip, a little bit of surface scratching, very consistent with the age. The teeth are all there. And here's the underside right there. There's not a whole lot I'm going to do to clean this because I don't want to damage it. This won't go in the ultrasonic, but I will take a little detail brush and run it, behind the grapes and through all that metal work and just give it a light cleaning. I'll clean that off. But this is beautifully preserved, and this would be like with your fur stole, you would use this to clip it to keep it falling off of your shoulders. Beautiful detailing on it, very gorgeous. And this is Miriam Haskell. You can screenshot that in Google Lens if you like. And just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is one of the pieces I was the most excited about. And it's number 6 for $30 here. I will be listing it for $60 if it doesn't sell here. Okay, number 7. This is all gemstones. Have a little bit of sodalite, and I'm not sure what this one was. Maybe some aventurine and some amethyst. The closure here does not have any extender on it, but it's a toggle closure. And it's stamped 925, although the little tag here that has the 925 stamp on it, that doesn't really look like sterling to me, but I did test the toggle closure and it is. And I don't test it just because I don't trust Jeanette with this. I tested it just so you could see it, but then I deleted that video so you can't see it. But that's the reason I tested, is just so it would show up on camera. It has an 8-inch drop. So if you're interested in this, but you want to see the testing just to confirm for yourself, just contact me and let me know that you want to see images of the testing, and I will test it and photograph that and send you the pictures. But here are the colors. This beautiful collection of colors, mostly blues and purples and greens, but you have a few little oranges and yellows thrown in there with it. And all of those are gemstones. This looks like, is that rhodolite? It looks a lot like one of the stones that I got for that that Juliana necklace that I upcycled. But those are beautiful colors, and that one is number 7 for $7. All right, number 3, no, number 8. And actually, I did the whole thing this time when I recorded first time around, that I lost track of numbering twice, and there were going to be 2 number 8s. And since I have my pieces from this video already, like all cataloged here, I already cataloged them with 2 8s, and there's 2 number 33s as well. Just so I don't have to redo that cataloging, I'm just going to keep the duplicate numbers. So, and I'll explain how that works in just a minute. But this is a Stella and Dot bracelet with these big rhinestones, and here are the settings. I like these chunky settings like this. Sort of a blush, pinky, peachy kind of color, but you can see how some of the foil is coming loose from the backs of some of these rhinestones. What you're looking at is you're seeing through the clear glass or the peachy colored glass to the back side of the stone, where there's reflective foiling painted on the back of it to reflect back through this glass. So what you're seeing, this is not a dead stone, and that's where the stone just goes completely cloudy. So these are not cloudy stones. These are just stones where the foil backing has come loose or worn away on the backs of some of these stones, or I think all of them have it to a degree. There's not anything I can do to fix that outside of just removing and replacing these stones. So I'm just going to sell this one as is. What was my as is? The as is price on this is just $3. It has, you know, it has a little life in it, I guess, if you're not bothered by that on the stone. That bothers some people. Some people it might not. If this doesn't sell, I'm probably going to just unseat all of these rhinestones and put new ones in there and then upcycle it. But I wanted to see if anybody wants it first. There's a little bit of dirt here on the back. I will be cleaning that off. But this is, other than being cleaned, this one is as is for $3. Little Stella and Dot bracelet. It has a lobster closure. At its largest size, it's about an 8 1/4, and the smallest it will go is about 6 3/4 or a 7. So just remember, this one is as is for $3. I will just give it a little bit of cleaning, but other than that, it is just like you see it. Number 8 for $3. And if you're interested in this one, this is going to be 8A for $3. Actually, let me put a little A on there. And then remember, there will also be a number 33, A and B. But the Stella and Dot is 8A for $3. Okay, now here is number 8B. And this is really cute. It's a Betsy Johnson little robot necklace. He's a chunky robot on a popcorn chain necklace. The gold tone is in perfect condition. I think this is new. If it's not new, it's very gently used. There's your Betsy Johnson heart-shaped hang tag with the initials on it, and then right there on the back, Betsy Johnson. Here's our chunky little articulated robot. His little legs move independently of each other, and his little arms move. There's pave set rhinestones, and then there's some enamel here on the front of the body. Little acrylic black rhinestones for the eyes. And look how thick and chunky this is. There's the back with the little Betsy Johnson hearts. The measurements on this guy, he's kind of big. He's not huge, but he is kind of big. He's about 2 inches, not counting the bail. Just the robot himself is about 2 inches. And let's see, the drop is 15 1/2 inches. And then there's a 2-inch extender. And as you can see here on the robot, as I was mentioning, there's no wear, no tone loss or anything like that. Same as the case on the bail and on the chain. It's a very nice popcorn chain all the way around up to the back, which is one of the first places where the bail rubs back and forth on a necklace. Is one of the first places you'll see wear and gold tone loss. And then the other, it would be the back where it sits on your neck. But the back right here looks like new, in my opinion. And then the lobster clasp gets handled a lot, so it can lose its tone, whether silver tone or gold tone. It can lose that tone kind of quickly just because it's handled so much. But there he is. This one is so cute and fun. I love Betsy Johnson jewelry just because of that. Remember, this is number 8B, and it is $10. This is going a good bit faster, although, you know, after all the talk I did about testing, I decided to go ahead and get my acids and my stone, because I don't want to make you have to wait for your testing. All the other items we got to up to this point that are sterling, just contact me if you want testing on those, but going forward, everything that's sterling will be tested, just so you can see it on screen. This one's number 9 for $3. This cute little gold tone jack-o'-lantern brooch. He's about 2 inches across, about 2 inches from the top of the stem to the bottom of the little vine there. Little fabric leaves. He looks new. This is the closure right here. And the pin is nice and straight. Little rhinestone eyes. And he's just in time for the season. He's unmarked. And he is number 9 for $3. Number 10 for this video, my new testing policy. I will be testing this one. It's these orange and blue, here we go, hoops, and I believe this is Swarovski. All right. No, there's some Swarovski in this lot, I believe. This is not marked Swarovski, but it is marked right down here on the inside about its precious metal status. And I am going to test it for you right here. But here's the design on the side. These are very sparkly. And here's the design front on. And here comes the silicone ear to show you what that looks like on. Let's take out the reflection of that. There we go, of the light. Oh, wrong side. So those are really, really pretty. Very sparkly. They are a little less than an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch across. And let's see, we'll go ahead and test the back and the post. And the main body of the earring here. Okay, post, back, and body. And I already know what these results are going to be, but here it is for you. Sterling on all counts. And these are really, really pretty. If you, if the team you root for, if you're into sports, or if your school colors are orange and blue, then there you go. And these are number 10 for $12. Number 11, this is a crystal necklace with AB coating, all of the AB colors. You see peaches, blues, lavenders, rose, green, just all the colors. So sparkly and so reflective and pretty, and has that nice weight that crystal has. This has a, let's see, I thought oh no, not a magnetic closure. It has this little snap closure. Just like that, and it's nice and snug. And it's very, very gorgeous. Crystal is one of my favorites, especially one of my favorites to craft with, but I'm not going to craft this. It would be a shame to take this apart. This is 12 inches on the drop, and it's just these faceted crystal beads with this beautiful, beautiful AB coating. Again, this is what I would call an understated statement because it's going to grab attention. There's no way it can't grab attention, but it's not large. So it makes a statement, but it doesn't make a loud statement, I guess is a good way of saying that. So it's number 11, and that is $7. Remember that any transactions completed by the 29th, which is tomorrow, will be able to be included in your October package. Okay, this is Aaliyah Sophia, number 12. This doesn't look like a stretch bracelet, but it is. Right there. There's your branding, Leah Sophia, and it's this teal enamel. Again, this one is either new or like new. There's some light surface scratching, but that doesn't always mean something's used. Surface scratching can be gotten by just an item being on a display rack, you know, getting banged up against the other pieces next to it on the rack. But here it is, the stretch bracelet. It has different things going on. You've got your pave rhinestones right there, this narrow silver tone band here, and then on top a wider band that has this teal enamel. And I guess you could wear it either way with the teal on the top or on the bottom. And it does stretch, but of course you don't want to wear it where it would be stretched because then you would have that elastic showing. So you need to make sure that it'll fit you like without it having to stretch except to put it on. And the size on it is 7 1/4 without being stretched. And the color's showing up very true. It's just a pretty sort of a greenish, you know, some teal can be more on the bluish side and some more on the greenish. This is more of a greenish teal. Number 12 for $4. Okay, number 13. This is another Stella and Dot. It's a gold tone with this really interesting chain. I love interesting chain. This one looks like this. These bars, sort of, are little cylinders that are linked together on each end. And here is branding. Where did it go? Right there, Stella and Dot. Let's give you a drop measurement, and then I'll show you all the details on it. 7 1/2 inch drop. This pendant is about 3 inches across at its widest point. It has sort of a tribal look. These are all faux stones. This dark blue probably intended to simulate lapis, and then this is simulated turquoise here, and then you have the little clear rhinestones set all in brass with that really nice chain. Love that chain. I don't think I gave you a measurement for the extender, and that's about 3 inches. I don't see any wear really to speak of on this either, so it's either like new or I was about to say it's either new or like new. That's how that would look on. Now it looks like something on it might be missing, like maybe there was another part that used to hang right here, or maybe a removable part so that you could wear it 2 different ways. I don't know what would have gone there originally. So do know that whatever is supposed to go there is not included. And for that reason, it is just $3 for this Stella and Dot, which is number 13. Number 14, Leah Sophia. And this one is a nice one as well. You have, oh, I remember this one because these reminded me of Legos. And here's the Leah Sophia tag for that. And all of these beads, there are glass and shell. And I think there are some acrylic also on here. And then the silver tone with the black enamel. It's a layered necklace. Oh, and then you have these beads, which I really like right here with the little cutouts. These remind me of the hurricane symbol. So, and it's that time of year here in Alabama. But here are these hollow beads with the hurricane symbols on them. And then you have these light blue faceted beads, the shells, silver tone with black enamel. You have purple and blue. Oh, and then these textured beads also. I like pieces that have a lot of different texture on them. So this has 3 layers. And the measurement is, it's like all 3 layers are the same length. The drop on this one is about 7.5 inches, and have a nice generous 4-inch extender. And you have Legos right there, whatever that is, maybe a waffle, and some hurricane symbols. And then the rest of these are, that might be a genuine stone right there. This is acrylic. Yeah, most of these are acrylic and glass. And then you have shell, and then possibly a genuine stone here. I believe when I tested that one did come up. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not certain that that's lapis because I don't see the little gold flakes in it. Lapis can have these black streaks and white streaks, but lapis is going to have little gold flakes also. Not literal gold, but golden flakes. This could be sodalite, but it did come up on the gem tester. Being Leah Sophia, it's not going to be anything precious, or it's not going to be a significant amount of anything precious, just because this brand does not use those types of stones. So this is number 14, and it is $4. Number 15, this is a Nolan Miller. A nice, I think, vintage brand. I'm not certain if Nolan Miller is vintage or not, but there's a following. These are glass seed beads, and they're in this beautiful, beautiful, bright electric blue, arranged in this rope arrangement, silver tone. There is the branding right there, Nolan Miller. And it's just a simple little necklace for a nice pop of color. This will look really nice with a black blouse, like a jewel-necked black blouse with just this pop of blue hanging right around your neck. It'll be really, really pretty. This is an 8-inch drop and 3-inch extender. This one is number 15 for $6. Number 16, this is Anne Klein. silver tone, and I think new, because the silver tone is so bright and I don't see really any serious scratching on it or anything like that. Here's the inclined lion on the front, signature on the back, 3-inch extender, and this kind of reminds me of icicles. This is a nice one to wear. See, it's an 8-inch drop. This would be a nice one to wear to your holiday parties coming up, like your Christmas or New Year's parties. It's nice and sparkly, and it just is a nice winter necklace, because that just reminds me of little icicles. Very, very pretty necklace. So the Anne Klein, which I think is new. On all of these, I'm not able to guarantee whether they're new or not. Resellers are really not able to ever guarantee that unless there's obvious signs, you know, like something sealed in a package, or it's, you know, in the box or on the card. So I can't guarantee it, but I believe that this one is new, just in my estimation. It's number 16, and it is $5. Number 17, 925 and stone. Number 17 has these gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And these came up all in the different areas of the quartz, the citrine, iolite, all in that range on the gem tester. This has sort of that dragon vein type of matrix on it. On one side, this sort of honey colored streak in the middle, and then on this side, more of just the creamy color and the sort of grayish color. And then the rest of it is these pastels of pink, a little bit of yellow, a little gray. And it's just gorgeous, with gorgeous veining in these beads. They're very cold. They're so polished and glossy and pretty. And this one has 925, which I'm going to let you see that right now. I just figured, the reason I changed my mind on that, when at first I was saying contact me and let me know if you want to see testing, I figured it'd be easier to just take care of it right here on the video. Okay, so that's the bar, and then this is the ring. And let's see if I can get these beads in this little spacer right here. Okay, and I think that's everything we can get. Okay. And there we are, all positive for sterling. There's not an extender on it, just this simple toggle closure. And the drop is 8.5 inches. And I didn't show you up close these little sterling spacers and these tiny little pink faceted glass beads. These are such beautiful colors if you like little muted pastel tones. That dragon vein or dragon skin matrix is really pretty too. So there we go. This one is number 17, and it's $9. Number 18, this is a 1928. This sort of like soda bottle green. And it's mounted in this gold tone setting that's textured around the edges. And it's embossed or molded, however they made that, with a ribbon and sort of this botanical design with leaves and berries. And then this S chain. There's not an extender. Here is the hang tag, 1928. You don't see that as often as you see just a swirl pattern. So there is no extender. The length, the drop length on it is about 11 3/4. And this is a vintage 1928 piece in great, great condition. No scratches on the glass that I can see. That's nice and glossy and pretty. And that one is $18, or that one is $6, and it's number 18. Yeah, a lot of times you're not going to see a hang tag with the brand for 1928. You'll just see a swirl pattern on the back of the piece. And I'm sure there's probably a time when they started doing that so you can more accurately date pieces. But I don't know. I haven't done that research, so I don't know when they started doing that or when they stopped using hang tags. But there that one is. All right, number 19. This one is some more 925. It's so cold. I don't know if this is ceramic or glass or if it's, see if I can see the inside of the beads. No, it's not ceramic, I don't think, because you would be able to see the edge of the glaze if it was ceramic. So this is not ceramic. I would be more inclined to say this is either onyx or obsidian. And on a gem tester, since those are both basically volcanic glass, those will only register in the glass range on a gem tester. But this is very cold. It's heavier than it looks. It's not a super heavy piece, but it is heavier than it looks. And it has a toggle closure. The length on it is an 8-inch drop, and then this pendant is 2.5 inches. And the pendant is, I think, acrylic. Little oval cabochons in these bezel settings. Nice, and they have a nice thickness to them. And then a plain sterling toggle closure. I really love this piece. It's a dramatic piece, especially with this long pendant like that. Oh, there we go. With the graduated settings. So let's, it's not marked 925 anywhere except, you know, that Jeanette sent it to me with that on the package, which you can trust. I can trust that. But I know people also like to see the testing, and honestly, really, I enjoy doing the testing. I just got so frustrated with myself for having deleted that video. Okay, that's the ring and the bar. And then we're going to do, oh, wait a minute, was that the setting for this? I don't remember. So I'll do the setting right here, and then I'll do the ring again, just to make sure we got everything. So something's being tested twice here. But I know that that's the bar, that's the setting, and that's the post. I can't remember what that is. So here we go. It's all going to turn blue anyway, as you can see. That bar is taking a minute. Yeah, but there it goes. You can see it now. So sterling right there. This is a very pretty, very dramatic piece. And that's how it would look, sort of how it would look on. And it's $12, number 19. So we're getting through this one pretty quick. There are 35 pieces. Well, technically, really, there's 37 pieces because I have 2 number 8s and 2 number 33s. This number 19 for $12. So we're getting through it, though, kind of quick. Oh, funny. I forgot all about this. Look at this. Okay, number 20. I completely forgot about this. Does this look familiar from the beginning of the video? But this is number 20 for $3, and they are, I believe, Sugar Fix. Yep, they're Sugar Fix. So here, in case you don't remember from the top of the video, here's what Steph at Steph Style sent me. Those, and they are Sugar Fix. And then here are the ones from this video. How funny. What are the odds that Steph would have sent me the same ones that Jeanette sent? That's funny. Okay, these are ½ inch, just barely over a ½ inch long, and just right at a ½ inch wide. Here's what they look like on. Here comes the silicone ear. And there they are. Nice and a little bit of sparkle, but still kind of understated. There's a time in my life where I was about to say where I would have been, where I was very over the top with my jewelry choices, my clothing choices and everything. But I guess just tastes change through the years. So now I'm a little more conservative, a lot more conservative really than I used to be when I was a teenager. But here we go, number 20 for $3, the Sugar Fix earrings. And now on number 21, Rocks by Alexa. This one was unfamiliar to me until I looked it up when I did the first video. This is a stone. It came up, I believe, in the quartz range on the gem tester. And then you have these hammered, here's the hammered disc, hammered gold tone, sort of puffy oval bead. And then these stones are just all this aqua color, but they came up in, I believe, the quartz section of the gem tester. You have gold tone with no tone loss. Here's the hang tag. Let me know if you've ever heard of this. I've never heard of this brand before getting this necklace right here. And there's some smaller little faceted beads that are the same stone as the larger pendant. The drop on it is, oh yeah, and the beads only come down to here, and then from that point it's gold tone chain. So here's the effect basically when you wear it, is like that. Okay, now the measurement is there's a 9-inch drop. The pendant adds another 2 inches. That's how far down it will hang when you wear it. And the extender is 3 inches. Looking at this chain right here, there is a little bit of dirt here on this gold tone chain. So that'll get a wipe down. I don't want to put it in the ultrasonic because that can damage more porous stones, and I think this is a more of a porous one, just feeling it. It doesn't feel rough, it feels very smooth and glossy, but some stones can't really handle being in the ultrasonic. And I don't want to take the risk that this is one of those. So I'll just give this chain down here a wipe down. The chain up here looks fine. And there's no tone loss on the lobster clasp or on the extender. So Rocked by Alexa is number 21 for $5. Number 22 is $4. And it's these fringe earrings, which are, I think, genuine stone. I think these are turquoise. It's post earrings on these discs with the beads on the front of the disc. And then it looks like a jellyfish. Well, I guess jellyfish don't swim like that. I think they swim more like that, don't they? Yeah. So they're attached to this dome. They're threaded onto the dome. You can see the threads right there. And then these hang down tassel style with gold tone beads at the bottom. And they're really pretty. So let me get the ear to show you what these look like when you wear them. And I'll give you a length measurement on them also. So that's what it would look like when you wear it. And they are three inches long from the top of the disc to the bottom of the tassel. These are really pretty. I think these could really go on a boho chic type of look, or actually a phrase that I think Steph coined, shabby luxe. I think these to me have the look of what I would describe shabby luxe. But I think that's her phrase. I think she made that one up, and it fits so well on so many things. I think it fits these. So number 22 for $4. Number 23, this is a new with tag, Lucky brand. And it's little turquoise, tiny little turquoise cabochons and silver tone chain. This would be great for gift giving because it is new with the tags. It was originally $35. Let's see. Semi-Precious Accents is the name of this. And that kind of confirms the turquoise diagnosis that the tag itself calls it semi-precious. So you have two strands with the turquoise cabochons and then three strands of just the different types of chain. Here's that cylinder type of chain again. And then this is just regular oval links. And then here's Rolo with the stations in between. And it's all held together with the lobster clasp. And let's give you some measurements. This is about 6.5 at its shortest size. And the longest it can go is about 7.25. And here's your Lucky brand little 4-leaf clover right there. So the new with tags, $35 Lucky brand is $6. That's a steal of a deal and great for gifting because it's got a tag. Okay, J. Crew. This is a black acrylic. I think acrylic. Hang on, it might be glass. I forgot. Yeah, this is acrylic, and you can tell the difference because glass will have more of like a pinging kind of sound, and acrylic will have more of like a dull sort of sound. If I had some glass next to me, I would show you the difference. But there are these faceted triangles, gold tone, with this sort of oval link chain. And the triangles are graduated. Well, I'll do better to show you like this. That's about the effect when you wear it. Love J. Crew chain. I love it on their pieces, and I love to craft with it just because it's a very nice chain. I just enjoy working with it and enjoy wearing it. It's 8.5-inch drop, and then there is a 3-inch extender. Here's the J. Crew hang tag, and here's an up close of these pretty acrylic faceted cabochons. And the J. Crew faux prong type setting. And that's dust on the back of these stones right here, so that'll be cleaned off. And that's a gorgeous piece. It's number 24 for $8. It's rainy and cloudy here where I am today. We only have one more week, well, less than a week now, of before we do the fall back for time. Well, in Alabama. I know they don't do that everywhere, but they still do it in Alabama. And that comes up overnight this coming Sunday. Number 24 for $8. And the reason I'm talking about that is that this black and gold is a nice winter type of color. Hey, these are beautiful. These are rough pearls. They have nice color on them. You can see that iridescence and that depth in places. And I think maybe these are artisan. You can see the epoxy in the top of the drill holes here. And are these 925? I don't think so. No, these are not 925, but these are genuine pearls. But they're very just rustic cut pearls. One is not quite as glossy as the other three, and that would be this one. But these are still very interesting and very pretty, especially if you like a more of an artsy type of free-flowing sort of look. And it's a great price, $6 on these. They're very pretty, I think. They're not like the polished and glamorous type of pearls. But if you're like an artsy type, maybe these appeal to you. They're really, really pretty, I think. The measurement on these from the top of the hook to the bottom of the bottommost pearl is about 2 inches. And they are $6, and they are number 25. Okay. Number 26, this is an abundance of faceted black glass beads that are all hand knotted. This is a gorgeous layering piece. It's a gorgeous piece for just wrapping around and around and around your wrist to make, like, how many times is this going to go around? To make a bracelet. And then there's always like that extra that won't fit. What you do is just stick your finger in and work it out until it kind of just takes up that extra bit. So this can be a bracelet, or it can be a layering necklace that you can double or maybe triple up and still put it over your neck, over your head, I mean, because it doesn't have a closure. It does go over your neck. Hold on, I'm going to pause and see if you can triple this and still put it over your head. No, you can't triple it over your head, but you can double it or single it even. The overall length, if you're just wearing it like single, the drop on it is 30 inches. Then of course that means if you double it, it's going to be 15. But you don't have to double it and keep both strands, you know, the same. You can double it, and then once you get it on, pull one strand a little longer so you have a layered look, you know, like this, and then, you know, another layer that's longer. So a long layering strand like this is very versatile. And these are some beautiful black glass beads. And this is a great time of year for these. There we go, number 26 for $4. Number 27, here's, oh, I remember this one. This is 925, it's wire wrapped. And this is a gemstone. The wire is like square wire. And there's this beautiful, just scrolled wire work done. A gorgeous setting for this gorgeous stone. And all of these beautiful autumn shades of golden yellow, this creamy color, a little bit of pinkish, and then you have your black and your deep red and your lighter red. This is a beautiful piece, and the cord here is braided leather. There's a little bit of wear right here where the bail rubs against the leather, and that's to be expected. And then up here on the back, this is not sterling. The well, I don't know. Hang on a minute. That says 925 right there, but it doesn't look. Well, it does, says 925 China. Sometimes those pieces that are marked 925 China don't actually end up testing 925. But I'm going to check and see. I think I tested that the first time around, but I don't remember. But I know that this is sterling. So I know that Jeanette's not going to, you know, say that 925 wire. She's not going to call it that if that's not what it is. So I'll just show you that really quick. All of this wire is the same, so I'm not going to scratch it in different places. It's all the same piece of wire. This little tag right here, so be wary. Well, before I tell you to be wary, let me just go ahead and do it in the test. So there's the little tag that says 925. Here's this crimp at the end that's also marked 925 China, and it looks suspiciously not sterling. And then here's the chain. And that's not Jeanette misrepresenting, because she said, you know, on her labeling here it says 925 wire. So here's the closure and the chain and the hang tag. This is the wire wrap. And you can see the wire wrap is positive for sterling. All the rest of them are not. Well, the chain has a little bit of sterling in that, but that hang tag that says 925 and that crimp at the end that says 925, those are not. But yes, everything that Jeanette says is 925 is 925. Just be wary of things that are marked China 925, like that. Quite frequently, those pieces, when I test them, actually turn out to not be 925. So this gorgeous piece, let me give you the measurements, I almost forgot. The pendant is 2.5 inches from the top of the scroll work to the bottom of the stone. The stone itself is about 1 3/4 of an inch. The cord on this is 7.5 inches drop, and then a 2-inch extender. And this one is $10, and it's number 27. Okay, we are nearing the end. Number 28 is a Lily Pulitzer Cha-Cha bracelet. And it's beautiful. It's this light colored gold tone, not entirely matte, but sort of matte. And there are faux pearls and these egg-shaped gold tone beads. And it's set on this double strand of curb chain. Here's the Lily Pulitzer tag right there. It's just really, really pretty. To me, it looks new. The size on it, let's see, it's at its longest right now. So the largest it can go is about 8 inches. The smallest is about a 7. Here's generally what it would look like when you're wearing it. I think I have it twisted. Yeah, I did have it twisted. So that's what it would look like when you're wearing it. Yeah, the double strand with, again, those little egg-shaped gold tone beads and the little faux pearls. I really like this piece. It's very, very pretty. And this Lily Pulitzer Cha-Cha bracelet is number 28 for $6. Number 29 is this hammered gold tone ring. These golden crystals all around, and it looks like maybe some are missing. I can't tell if it's put on that way or if some are missing, like right there, possibly some are missing. Then one's missing right here. But it's very pretty, and they're so tiny at the distance, you know, that most people would be from your ring. I don't think that would really be noticeable when you're wearing it. So you can't really tell at this distance, you know, that a couple of those are missing. And I am taking into account a couple of missing stones in the price of this one. But this is a really pretty one. It's hammered gold tone. It does have a little scratching and wear right here on the bottom. But on the top, no real scratching or tone loss is evident. So I think this still has some life in it. It sits right now at about a 7 1/4. That's how it looks on, with a faux pearl right there. The hammered gold tone. From the side, that's how the setting looks from the side. Number 29 for $2. And again, it is a little bit adjustable right there. Number 30. This is a Gordon White Haida Eagle bangle bracelet. This is a, there's the name right there, Eagle by Gordon White. This is a Native American, and when I say American, I mean like the Americas. He's in Canada, I believe. And this is a Native American. It's a wooden enameled bangle or hand painted. I'm not sure if it's enamel or not. I just said enamel because of how glossy it is right there. But Eagle by Gordon White, Haida, and I think Haida is the name of oops, I was covering that up. I think that's the name of the tribe. That's a tribal affiliation, I believe. And then this is all native artwork. It has also sort of a pop art sort of feel to me. That's not what it is. It just kind of also has that feel. So if that's your vibe, this might also be appealing to you. It's gorgeous. It's a 9, and it is signed right there on the inside. I'm not sure if that's going to show up really well. Yeah, there it is. Eagle is the name of the design, of this design. And there's the artist. And I think that is the tribal affiliation. And it's just this it's a warm red. It's not an orange. It's more of what I would call a warm red. Maybe a reddish orange. It's not a true red. And then the black in between. And it is wood. I believe the paint is enamel, but I'm not certain that that's enamel. It could be a different type of paint. So this is number 30 for $15. Love Native American artwork, and I especially love how it's expressed in their jewelry. Okay, this is Vintage Monet. It's a red, cherry red lucite necklace with graduated beads. It's gorgeous. It's called a cherry red. To me, it looks more like a candy apple red. It has, I believe this is a vintage closure. If somebody can answer me on that, either confirm or correct me on that. But here is the Monet tag right there, very tiny. Then there's the closure. There's no extender. Let me go ahead and give you a measurement on it. 13 inches drop. And it's these gorgeous, glossy, just beautiful red lucite beads. Now, as I said earlier, lucite is going to retain its gloss. It doesn't get foggy or cloudy, and I think it really doesn't scratch easily. I'm not certain if that's a feature of it, but it seems to me like lucite just doesn't scratch as easily as acrylic or other plastics. And then you have gold tone hardware right here. This is so pretty, especially when you think of Christmas coming up and just the season right now with the red. Really, really love that piece. This Vintage Monet is number 31, and what a deal for such a gorgeous piece of Vintage Monet. $8 for this candy apple red graduated lucite bead necklace. And we are coming down to the wire. Number 35 will be the last one, but remember, it just because it's number 35 doesn't mean there are 35 items. Because when we get to 33, of course, there's going to be 2 of those. See, that was number 31. Here's number 32. This is Chico's. This is a little different than typical Chico's for me. This is just all silver tone. It's rather on the delicate side for Chico's. This looks new to me. And it's oval links with the chain threaded right through the link on all of these. And it's 3 strands, 3 strands. And it is layered. So let's get a measurement on these layers. They are 7-inch, 8-inch, and almost 10-inch. And then you have a 4-inch extender. Here's your Chico's hang tag right there. And I don't know, this really is different in my experience for Chico's. It's very, very light and delicate for Chico's. I like it a lot. It doesn't show much wear except right here on the extender. There's just some, which I don't know, might not be wear. It could just be oxidation from just, sitting out a long time. I'm rubbing it and it seems to shine up a little, so that could just be dirt, because the rest of it looks very shiny, no wear, and no tone loss. And yeah, and this, when I said might just be dirt, that's not tone loss at all. It's either some oxidation or some dirt, both of which I can take care of, I'm pretty certain. So there that is. And the Chico's necklace is $32 for $7. Now for the next one, I need to make sure I have my Sharpie ready. 33 is, this is 33A. And it's some gold tone clip earrings with the little infinity sign with rhinestones down at the bottom. Just simple little clips, unbranded. Very, very lightweight. And let's put it on the ear. That's how that would look on. Nice little delicate infinity signs. The length on them is about 1 inch, I would say. Probably just under 1 inch. And those are $2 for number 33A. So I found out after the video, when I was sitting down to catalog all of my pieces, that's when I realized I had duplicated 2 of these numbers. Okay, so 33B is a costume ring, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. These are like calla lilies with rhinestones, very sparkly rhinestones down inside. This brown sort of topaz stone, a little faceted marquise stone. Is that marquise? I'm forgetting my stone cuts. And then there's these vines coming up the sides toward the flowers. It's so, so pretty. It is costume, which means it's gold tone. It's just over a size 7, maybe about a 7 1/4. Let's see, there's no marks on the inside, but it's not scratched at all. It looks new, but very artistic and pretty. That's what it looks like from the side. And this little beauty is $5 for 33B. Okay, 34 is a gorgeous vintage bracelet. It has this botanical motif going all the way around with the leaves and this black enamel that's all set on gold tone. And that's the back of the settings right there. And then, see, here's the clasp. This is unmarked. This is one of those that I think somebody should be getting the credit for, but it's not marked, so no one can get the credit. This has, I don't know, in a way, sort of an Asian feel to me with the botanical element. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Actually, let me unclasp that again and give you a little idea of what it would look like on, and then I'll put it on the mandrel. So that's basically what it would look like on. It's sort of going, well, it kind of goes like that. The little panels sort of go like at an angle instead of hanging, you know, like straight, I guess, end to end like that. They kind of hang at an angle, which is really neat. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you wear it. And there's not an extender, so this is not adjustable. The size is the size. And the size is, let's see, where's the clasp? There it is. It's right at a 7. I think this would look really nice with that number 24 J. Crew. Well, the gold tones are not exactly the same, but they would be far enough apart that it might not matter, because this would be around your neck and then this would be on your arm. But these might be a nice pair to wear together. But going back to the bracelet, number 34 for $4. And that now brings us to number 35, which is these really cool little lion earrings. And if you saw, I believe it was my last video where I showed an upcycle I did of a single earring that was, it was a larger earring than this, but it was a lion with the door knocker. And I had upcycled that into a necklace. And just coincidentally, I got these from GiGi's Gems. The ring even, like, you know, articulates, and he has a little detailed face right there. He would probably look really nice with that necklace. So if you bought that necklace, you may be interested in these, unless you don't like to do matchy-matchy. I know some people don't like to do that, but if you do, these might go nicely with that. Here comes the ear to show you what this would look like on. There we go. They're nice and pretty with no loss at all of the tone. Actually, they look new, in my opinion. They're nice and small, less than an inch long. Let's see exactly what they are. About 3/4 of an inch from the top of the mane to the bottom of the door knocker. And they are pierced. And they have silicone backs. And yes, the silicone backs are nice and clear and show no signs of ever having been used. So I think these are new. But those are cute, especially the little detailed face on those guys. And I think they would look really nice with that necklace. If you bought that necklace, you may be interested in these. But these are number 35 for $4. And that closes us out for this week's things that I've now filmed 2 times. So I hope you appreciated it, and I really thank you for joining me for this week's video. I always appreciate any amount of time my viewers and subscribers spend with me. I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps grow the channel, and share it with someone else who you think might also enjoy it, and click subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, that helps the channel out as well. And leave me a comment. I love reading your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.